Hey, what's up everyone? Hi, this is Kevin. This week I'm gonna be doing a video on Whistler Grand, right? Because after last week, after the video on Park Esta, we had some requests from some of the fans who actually watched the video, and they were asking whether we can actually do a review on Whistler Grand. So here I am, right? I'm gonna do this video review on the floor plans and how to go about selecting the better units in Whistler Grand, right? But if you are seeing this for the first time and maybe you're still on the fence about whether uh, Whistler Grand is the right property for you, right? So you should check out this in-depth review done by Daryl. Right, I'm going to put the link in the description below, so you can actually visit his blog article where he actually gives very so-called, we try to be as neutral as possible. So he gives a neutral and unbiased review on Whistler Grand, and you can read it and see for yourself whether it is something that you think you should buy, right? So, but for those of you who are watching this video and you have pretty much decided that maybe Whistler Grand is the right development for you, then this video is the video for you. All right. So how I'm gonna do it, like how I did for Park Esta last week, is first thing first, we will just do a quick overview of the floor plans and the different unit types that are available for Whistler Grand, so that you have a good idea of what's on offer. And then after that, then we will dive straight in. We will be looking at the site map, and then I will give my opinion on which are the units or facing which I think are probably, in my opinion, the better ones that you should consider. And hopefully, this can be a guide for you to go about selecting the unit of your choice. Alright, so if you think this video is useful, it has helped you in any way, please do subscribe to the channel and smash the like button, so that we can consistently just do more reviews of other projects in the upcoming weeks. Or if there's any projects that you would like us to talk about or review, just leave us a comment or drop us a message. We'll be happy to do that for you. Right, so all right, so now let's just go straight into the project proper, right? Okay, before we start, we just have a quick glance at the some of the basic facts of Whistler Grand. So the developer is CDL, a very very good developer. Two blocks of residential towers that runs all the way up to 36 stories. So in total, there's 716 units, and apparently there's two shops below as well. So out of these 716 units, you have a range of one bedroom all the way to five bedroom. So we have about 90% of the units are the one bedrooms, and for the two bedrooms, which makes up the bulk of the entire project, they constitute about close to 40%. To be exact, about 37% of the units are the two bedroom and two bedroom premium plus study. Right, I'll group them together. As for the three bedroom, there's a total of 175 units, so that would brings it to about 25% of the units are the three bedrooms, and the rest, which is the four bedroom dual and five bedroom, and the penthouse, will make up the remaining balance 20%. So I would say that in this case, there's somehow the developer decide that there might be a lot more people who maybe young couples or just purely buy for investment, so they're just doing a lot more two bedrooms. But the two bedrooms are pretty okay sizes. You can see that the smallest actually start from about the 600 square feet, and then you can and for the two bedroom premium plus study, you actually go all the way up to 850. Nowadays, sometimes some of the other projects for the three bedroom compact, it can be at about close to 900 square feet also. So yep. Okay, so now that we know a little bit more about the project Whistler Grand, now next portion I will be going through the floor plans of Whistler Grand with you. All right. Okay, man. So let's start off with the one bedroom, and then we will just go in sequence to the largest unit, which is the five. Okay, so for the one bedroom, the smallest type A1, which is about 441 square feet, um, This is how it looks like. All right, so very straightforward. Come in, that's an open kitchen, and then you have a small dining area that can seat four, living and balcony. All right, so the balcony is from the living, and then you have uh, the master bedroom with the bathroom that actually is accessible from the common from the open area as well as the bedroom itself, right? Um, so for the one bedroom, it will run from the second floor all the way to the 35th, and if you choose the 36th floor, the difference is that you can see that this dotted area, right, will be extra double volume ceiling. All right, so that's the difference between the normal unit and the one that is on the 36th floor. So you have a higher ceiling, it will look grander, and then you can actually hang your very nice ceiling light down from the top. Okay, so this is the one bedroom, very very straightforward. I'll just jump next to the one bedroom plus study, 506 square feet, 47 square meters. So where's this study, extra study? So the layout is pretty much the same as you can see. So the difference is the study. So there's this extra, what you're paying for this extra area is this area where you know you can use it as a study, or you can use it to put more stuff. All right. So basically you just pay for this extra space. And same thing, the bathroom actually opens up from the master bedroom, as well as in this case from this extra protruding space. There's a door as well. But other than that, I think the rest of it is also pretty much the same. And if you were to same thing go for the highest floor, then you will have a double volume living hall. All right. So that's the one bedroom plus study. Now to the two bedrooms. So you have the this one, the type B one. We're looking at the 603 square feet unit. So this is this type of layout come in. All right, the living and the kitchen is right down the middle, and the bedrooms are on the left and the right. So I'm starting to see a lot more of these configurations coming back. There was a period of time that it wasn't so popular then, so a lot of the projects maybe 5 6 years ago do not actually have this layout, but I think because of the space constraint, and yeah, basically we need to maximize whatever space that we have, then this is probably one of the better layouts. So the difference is the you get this extra bedroom. Okay, so pretty straightforward as well. Okay, and this for this type is only at block 107. Okay, which is the block that is over here. All right. Okay, type B1A, 614 square feet. Okay, it's pretty much everything the same if you ask me. Maybe just slight differences. Okay, type B2, um, almost the same. 624, just a mirror image. Instead of the master bedroom on the left, now the master bedroom is actually on the right hand side. And there's a slight difference in terms of the kitchen layout. It's a bit shorter in versus the previous layout. You can see here is everything is on one line. Okay, so that's type B2, still essentially a two bedroom. Now we go to the next level up, two bedroom premium plus study, which starts from 764 square feet. So so basically everything the same. Of course, the difference is number one is this study area. So this study area does seems bigger than the one which comes with the one bedroom plus study. Okay, number two, the second difference is that this two bedroom premium has a second bathroom. So just now the normal uh, two bedrooms will be two bed and one bath. So in this, the two bedroom premium will be two beds, two bath, and you have a study. All right, and also the layout of the kitchen. That's the third point. That is significantly different. So pretty much up to the second bedroom, the two bedroom type, it was still come in straight line, open kitchen. So, but for the 2 bedroom premium, the kitchen is tucked to one side. That means you actually have the option to close this up if you wish to. So, which maybe for some Asian families that actually cook rather heavily, they would probably prefer this. But I think the major consideration for someone deciding between a 2 bedroom and a 2 bedroom premium plus study, most of the time is actually because whether the fact that if you require a second bath. So for some people, they might be really a couple and a kid staying buying for own use, then this second bath will come in really useful. And what's cool is this second bathroom, the way they design it, it is also opens from the second bedroom, so that kind of makes it into a junior master or ensuite kind of design, which can also shed from the study or the living hall if you have guests that are here, right? So that I think that is a pretty good and cool feature, because some of the other 2 beds 2 bath, the second bathroom is only accessible from the living hall. So I think that's something that's nice, a nice touch that the designer has done to this project. Okay, so this is another layout of the 2 bedroom premium plus study. Okay. Okay, now we look at the 3 bedroom, which is 958 square feet. All right. This is the entrance. You come in here, small balcony area, maybe for your shoes or display cabinets, and you have your kitchen. All right, that can be enclosed. Slightly larger dining area as represented by the 6 chairs instead of the 4 that they have been using for the previous design. So you can see here, so you can see they'll put 4. So in this case, they're having 6 here. All right. The balcony for the living all along, they are putting a 2-seater. So in this case, just to show that it's larger, now you can actually put a 3-seater over here. So how are the 3 bedrooms layout? So it's quite standard. So you have your 2 common bedroom and your master at the side. So in this case, there's no study, so it's really 3 regular size bedroom where you can put a double bed in all of them, and your master bed bath and the common bath. So that's the 3 bedroom. Very straightforward. Okay, and this is the second type of 3 bedroom, the 3 bedroom premium plus flexi. So how is that flexible? Let's see. All right, first thing first is same thing. You come in through this little area. Well, I think it's this can be a bit of divisive of opinions, but I have seen some projects with this space that most of the time the owners don't really know what to do with it except to hang a painting over here. All right, but I guess we don't have a choice. All the same for the 3 bedrooms. You have your kitchen here, same thing, dining, living. Okay, so everything is pretty standard. So what's the difference here? This 1066 square feet versus the 764, or sorry, versus this 958 and 1066. So about almost 100 square feet difference comes here. All right, you can see here this flexi space, and it also has this yard, extra yard, and WC. So very likely, this could be used as a storeroom. If not, then for families with a domestic helper, then very likely this flexi room will be the place where they rest. All right, so I guess they are calling it flexi because it really depends. If you have a domestic helper, then you can actually uh, put her here. If not, then this space could be an extra study room. It could be a storeroom. You can do a lot of stuff. So basically, you're getting almost a extra 100 square feet for the yard, the extra WC over here, and then this mini room that they have over here. All right, which can be accessed, I think, from the front as well as via the kitchen. All right, so this is the flexi type for you. Okay, you would notice that they are pretty efficient in their design for the balcony so far. So far, we have seen all the previous type, all the balconies is just a nice little balcony from the living. All right, they do not do excessive balconies. You know, sometimes some project they actually make a balcony so big, uh, from the living and the master, and all these are actually essentially space that you are paying for per square feet as well, and you may not be using it most of the time. People do find enclosed space a little bit more practical. Okay. Okay. Okay, so now we have the three bedroom dual key. This is the third type of the three bedroom. So for the dual key, it is at 990 square feet, okay, which is slightly smaller than a flexi type. So so let's see how they kind of split the unit. You come in through the common entrance. So you have a studio here, and then it's a two bedroom. So pretty straightforward. Pretty straightforward. But this two bedroom is a two bedroom that has larger, I guess should have a larger living and dining area, because they are saying that you can actually put a six seater over here, as well as you have quite a decent sized kitchen that can be enclosed. All right, so this is the three bedroom dual key type. Right. Okay, now next up we skip to the four bedroom. So four bedroom, same thing, four bedroom. So once you get to the four bedroom type, which is 1281 square feet, you will have a dry kitchen as well. Okay, the wall to wall distance is a lot wider, so you have a larger balcony as well. All right, same thing, you have a yard, but straight off they don't call this a flexi space, this is a utility, right? There's no access from the common room, so the only way to get in and out is via the yard and the kitchen. Okay, so that's one. If not, then the rest is quite standard, one bedroom, the master, then and then you have your second, third and fourth bedroom. Total of two bathroom. But do notice that the fourth bedroom should be a little bit smaller than the rest, because you can see here the design here, they actually only allow for a single bed, or maybe a super size single. So you may convert it into something else like a study room or something. But if not, I guess the idea here is you can't really squeeze a double bed in. If not, then yeah, probably there's not much space to walk after that as well. Okay, so that's the four bedroom. Okay, and of course there's a four bedroom dual key type, 1270 square feet. Okay, so it is pretty much the same size as the normal four bedroom. Okay, so just that once you come in, then same thing, you have this studio, which is I think it's pretty much the same size as the three bedroom dual key. Okay, and then now you have a instead of a two bedroom unit, you have a three bedroom unit. And the difference is there's this additional flexi space. So this four bedroom dual key unit is like a 3 plus utility, if you want to call it, or 3 plus study and the studio, right? So that's how it's like. And last but not least, we have the five bedroom, which is 1442 square feet. So there's no dual key option for five bedroom. So it's really, if you have a big enough family and you need that space, then this is the unit that you should be looking at. And there's only one stack available, stack 8, block 107, according to this floor plan. So come in, utility room, wet, dry kitchen, and then you have your five bedroom. Okay, the master bedroom even has this walk-in wardrobe design, and then you have a bedroom 2, 3, 4, and 5, and and then you have two common bath. Okay, but if you see clearly, this bath 2 also opens via bath bedroom 2, and this bath 3 opens via bedroom 5 as well. So you have a master bedroom, and then you have two en suites and two normal rooms. All right. And also do know that one of the bedroom, not all of the bedroom you can put a double bed. There's only four of them. So the bedroom number 5, you can only put in a single bed. All right, man. So now we are done with the floor plans. We will now just go straight to the. We'll look at the site map. I'll show you the surrounding, what to expect when you look at the different views of the development, and also I'll share a bit more about for each bedroom type, which are the stacks that I think are the better stacks in my opinion, so that when you are at the show flat, when you are about to select your units, then you have a good idea of which are the better stacks that you should be looking at. Right, so let's get right into it right now. Hi everyone, this is Kevin here. If you are looking to invest in Singapore property, do take some time to visit our website at www.lovelyhomes.com.sg. This is a portal where we actually upload all the latest project launches that are happening in Singapore. So over here, you can actually find that we group them by locations or by the date of the launches as well. So you can actually run through them and see which are the projects that will catch your interest. You simply have to click into them. For more information, we would always put up all the basic facts of the project, and if you would like to find out more, simply fill up this contact form over here, and we will be able to send you the floor plans, the e-brochure, as well as the price list. Right, and from time to time, we will also do site visits to the various property in question, and whenever we have new videos we'll also upload on this website as well, and every time we do a review of the property, we'll also upload the review over here into the individual project website as well. So thanks for watching. Please do take some time to visit this portal, and now let's get right back into the review. Okay, now so this is the area view of the Whistler Grand. All right. Let's just have a appreciation of the surrounding first before we go straight to the site map and look at which are the units are the better ones. So this is the plot of Whistler Grand. So there are actually existing condo called the Infinity and Botiana around it. Okay. The good thing is that the plot ratios are slightly different, so that is the reason why Whistler Grand can go all the way up to 36 levels, whereas the Infinity and Botiana are only at 12 stories high. So these are like rather low rise condos, and right across the road, okay, or rather right across the AYE, all right, you have this all these landed estate around, so pretty much unblocked in this case. Okay, but to the left, this is under construction. This is Park Rivera. There's another project that was launched some time back, and there's another project here called Twin View. Okay, so one of the selling point is the fact that this project is actually near to the Pandan Reservoir. So as you can see from here, all right. So this is the two towers, and then right now, of course, this empty land, so you can actually kind of see all the way to the reservoir. Or if not, even if you're just looking into the Botiana direction, as long as you get something that's on the 15th floor, if or even preferably the higher the better, you should clear, and you have a pretty okay expansive view of the surrounding. Alternatively, for units that is on the other side, you will look across the AYE to the landed estate. So generally, except for this portion, there won't be any high rise coming up in the near future. That's for now. But let me just point you out to the master plan. Okay, so I was saying that Pontianak and the Infinity, because you realize that the plot ratio is only 1.6, that's why they are only up to 12 stories. So and for Whistler Grand, Park Rivera, and Dreamview, yeah, at 2.8. So that's the reason why developer will be able to go all the way up to 36 floors. So right now, what are the plan right now for this area? They will actually be building a road here. Okay, this empty land now, right now this place is being used for cricket, and then there's a MMA uh, mixed martial arts schools over here. Uh, so here's the plan that will happen in the near future. This is earmarked for education institution. So it's actually a school. I think right now there's already a football field that's there. Right. So the good thing is it being a school, so they will usually will not go more than maybe 5 or 6 stories. So this is a low rise. So this green part, green portion, it's meant to be a park, green lung, or just a park connector or something, right? So as for this red W is demarcated for a place of worship. So it could be anything. I mean, basically W means it's meant for religious purposes. Okay, but you realize that this plot is actually being zoned as a residential use unit. So in time to come, this may be sold to a private developer, and because of this plot ratio, they will be able to build a, a property that is as high as Whistler Grand or Park Rivera. So that means they can probably go 36 stories high as well. So for units that are facing this direction, once you clear the 12th floor, so you will actually be able to look towards the landed estate or even look beyond here. So you have a pretty nice view. Okay, or on the other side, you actually look towards all these landed estate, because the building are basically either to this direction or down this direction, okay, to the north or south. But if you are banking on the fact that you want to choose a unit that will have the reservoir view, then you want to be a bit more careful with that, because in time to come when this building is up, okay, let me just zoom out a bit. Okay, when this is developed into something, then whatever you have here, your view will be partially blocked by here. All right, there's always a chance. Well, so your line of sight will be through here, clear, 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 clear. Then maybe just a small pocket view of the reservoir. Okay, because you can't really see past this high building, so it might be pockets of view. Okay, so do take note of that when you're making your purchasing decision. Okay, if you want to play safe, um, then don't try not to bank on the fact that you will have a reservoir view. Maybe you have this waterway view. That's probably as best as it can be for the future. All right. But other than that, of course, to the front and to the back, these are all lower rise buildings, so you can actually see very far out. So maybe that's not an issue also. Okay. All right, so now we are back at the site map, and we'll now just go step by step. I'll just mark out where are the one bedrooms, and then we'll go at the two, three, four, and lastly the five bedroom where they are, and probably I'll just give my opinion on which are the better facing or stacks I think you should consider. All right. So the of course the good thing is the way the developer has planned and positioned the buildings. Essentially these are pretty much north-south facing already. So it's either the north is to my right, which is this direction north. This is north facing, or this is towards the south direction. All right. So these 4 units and these 5 units will actually face towards the south. So north-south facing. You don't really have a unit that is directly facing west. Okay. Okay, so first up, we will take a look at the one bedroom. There's only 2 stacks of one bedroom, which is either stack 4 or 16. Coincidentally, both are facing the um, north direction. All right, so which is towards the AYE and the landed estate. Okay, so Okay, I'm just going to get the elephant out of the room first. We are well aware that this project is located right next to the expressway. So, like it or not, whether you face the north or the south, you're definitely going to get um, some sort of a noise from the highway. So, be very very prepared for that. Whether you are staying on the lower floor, middle floor, or higher floor, I think you can't run away from that. So please be well aware of this fact when you're buying into this project, and as long as you it's something that you can live with, then I don't think that will be a problem. All right, so just be very very aware of this noise thing that may or may not affect some people, because some people are really really very very sensitive. But you can always apply a double glazed windows to your unit, or just switch on your aircon all the time, right? Okay, so for this one bedroom, between 4 and 16, I think one of the consideration, if you want to pick, is the fact that 16 is set back further away from the highway. So by logic, you should probably be less susceptible to the noise that's probably coming from the road, and also because along this boundary, that's where the other project is, the Infinity. So if you are getting a unit on the lower floor, then perhaps the units here might help you to block off some of the sound that will be coming from the road. Whereas for here, there's nothing here beyond this plot. That's where the main AYE expressway is already. Okay, and for either stack 4 or 16, if you are buying units on the mid to lower floor, is like for example 5, 5 or 10, both you are facing somewhat towards the waterway, and also for 4 you can actually see the playground and a bit of a children pool, and for 16 you can see the lap pool. So I think that's fine. And for high floor, both are facing towards the same direction also. So it's really yeah. So if you want to really want to nitpick and choose, then I suspect people might prefer 16 because of the unit number, and also because of the fact that it is set back slightly more than stack 4. So yep, between 16 and 4, if I have to choose, then probably I would go with the high floor units on stack 16 first if possible. So that's one bedroom for me, right? Okay, so next up we have the one bedroom plus study. Each block will have one stack as well, so you have your stack 7 and your stack 13. What I like about the one bedroom plus study over the one bedroom is the fact, besides the fact that there's this extra space, also you realize that the positioning of the units within the development, I think they are at a slightly better location. It's more centralized. You actually face the facilities or the water bodies more directly, so you actually have a nicer view. So same thing, I think the advantage of stack 13 is the fact that it is set back slightly further away from stack 7. Okay, but having said that, then it's always a tough choice to make, because some people are really particular about the numbers that they are buying. So some people are also into feng shui. 7 is definitely a very very good number, lucky 7. Whereas 13, some people just uh, may not like that number so much. Again, it's really a personal preference. I think if you want to look at it as a one bedroom investment, you should look at the one plus study in totality with the one bedroom as well. You have to consider whether is it justifiable to pay that premium for that small extra study space. Because your rent at the end of the day may not justify that so much premium that you pay for. Okay, I really do not think that the one plus study will command a much higher rent than a one bedroom. But all things being equal, of course, if you are asking the same rent as a one bedroom, then people are more than happy to take the larger unit. All right, so you might be able to rent it faster, but you may not necessarily be able to rent it higher. Okay, so that's something for you to bear in mind, and you really have to look at whether the price differential makes any difference. Okay, but if all things be equal between 7 and 13, then if I have to choose, then I will probably go with the high floor unit. As long as I can get a high floor unit, personally, I'm not really into numbers, so 7 or 13, that's really fine. And if you are hoping to get that slight advantage in terms of not having that sound from the road, then maybe you should just go with 13. All right. But I really don't think it makes much of a difference unless you're on the lower floor and then something is blocking in front of you. All right. So that's the one plus study for Whistler Grant. Okay, now we moving forward. Now we are looking at the two bedroom. So you have three stacks of two bedroom on block 107 and two stacks on block 109. So this is the normal two bedroom. All right, which is two bedroom and one bathroom. So you have your uh 1, 11, 6, 14, and 19. Okay, personally, out of these five, I would first go with the south facing units. So these are units that are facing away from the highway. All right. Then between 1, 11 and 19, it will now depends on whether which stack am I able to get a high floor unit. Yes, that's right. So I would prefer 1 and 11 first, then 19, because if I were to look in towards the development, I will still be able to see the swimming pool, and I am set back at a bit of a distance away from the next project, which is Pontiana. And then if I look to my right hand side from let's say if I have a unit on stack 1, then there might still be a better chance that I can get a good view of the waterway which is towards the Pandan Reservoir that side. All right, so personally, I would first prefer these two, and if I really have to get something from 19, then I have to make sure that I only buy units that have a height level that is 15 and above, so that I can see beyond the entire Botaniana development and as far as I can. So you actually get a good view for Stack 19. It will be definitely easier for you to rent or offload it in the future. All right. So my preference for the two bedroom will be first thing first, high floor, and then as much as possible stack 1 or 11 first. Then if not, then 19. And the third choice, uh, least preferred will be stack 6 and 14. Okay, so that is the two bedroom choices for myself. Okay, so moving on now, we are looking at the two bedroom premium plus study. So the two bedroom premium plus study, as I mentioned just now earlier, just to recap, the three major differences is the fact that the two bedroom premium plus study has two bathroom. Okay, and of course you have the extra study space, and also the third point is the fact that the kitchen can be enclosed. Okay, so and for two bedroom plus study, you have three stacks, 5, 10, and 15. So without a doubt, my number one choice will be stack 10. High floor stack 10. If not, I'm happy to go with mid to low floor as well. And if not, then it's pretty much back to the same discussion we had earlier. Between 5 and 15, see which one can offer you a high floor unit, and then if all things being equal, you really have to nitpick, then maybe stack 15 because it is slightly setback versus number 5. But my first choice, without a doubt, will be stack 10. So and just to add on, I think the next question that you actually should be asking yourself is if you are going for a two bedroom, should you be buying a normal two bedroom and or a two bedroom premium plus study? Okay, of course I understand that everyone might have a budget to work with. Okay, but let's throw that out of the window. Let's throw that out of discussion first. Without a doubt, if you have to ask me to choose between a normal two bedroom and a two bedroom premium plus study, I'll definitely go for the two bedroom premium plus study if I can. All right. A few reasons why. Okay, number one is you realize that you have lesser supply for the two bedroom plus study, and also because I like the fact that this the two bedroom plus study has two bathroom. Okay, I really do think that would make a difference when you were to sell it off next time, because people who are buying a two bedroom uh, with one bathroom straight off maybe purely just buying for investment without much consideration for own stay. But if you want to not restrict yourself, so you need to sell it to someone who might be buying for their own use, then definitely this two bedroom premium plus study would come in at a more attractive option, because it is more practical and has a lot more usable space. So well, that's just my opinion. Um, for something for you to think of. All right, so that's two bedroom plus study. All right. Okay, now we are looking at the first of the three types of three bedroom, the smallest of the three bedroom. Okay, which are only on either stack 9 or stack 21. Okay, if possible, I think you might prefer a high floor stack 21, because if you get stack 9, okay, let me just look at stack 21 first. Okay, if you have stack 21, you same thing, both are looking towards the south, but for stack 21, you actually have a 180-degree panning view over here, correct? So just make sure you get something that's on the higher floor, and then you actually get this clear view. But for stack 9, whatever that's over here, you will be partially blocked by 109. So you do not get this full panoramic view of the entire landscape that's in front of you. Okay, and for some people, they may not like that the corner of the house facing into their unit. All right, seriously, I've met some buyers who are into this, so we have to respect that. All right, so stack 9, do take note that you will not get that full view. Okay, but say if you are only left with the lower floor choices, then stack 9 might be a better choice, because at least you can look towards the landscaping over here. Whereas for 21, if you cannot get anything beyond 15 and above, then essentially you are looking into someone's houses without anything, probably just some greens here. So there's a few permutations. If you can get high floors, I recommend stack 21. But if you can only get mid floor and below, then stack 9 might be a better choice. Okay, so which maybe I just missed out that same point for the one plus study as well. So just now the one plus study also have almost the same issue. All right, stack 7 versus stack 13. If you have the stack 13, like it or not, at some point at this corner you will be looking in towards this building, whereas the units over here like stack 7, you actually have a 180-degree panning view of the entire landed landscape. So that could make a difference for some people. So yep, so that's three bedroom. Okay, I'll prefer the 21 floor, stack 21 if I can get high floor unit, but if I can only get mid to low floor, then probably I'll go with the stack 9. So moving on, now we have the three bedroom flexi unit type. So that's the one with the extra yard, and then you have a space that they are saying is flexible, so we can use it as a utility room or anything else you like it to be. And there's also only two stacks available. That's on either stack 12 or 17. So I would probably same thing. We'll go with the high floors, and then we'll go with stack 17, because like what I mentioned earlier, if you get stack 12, no matter what, your view is only about 90 degrees. Okay, because from here onwards, this side you're blocked by tower 107, whereas for 17, you actually get like this the view in this way. All right, so that's for high floor unit. Then if the high floor units are sold out, you can only get a mid to low floor, then I would prefer 12 because that's where you actually still get to see the aqua gym, the pool, and all these things. These are pretty nice. All right. Whereas for 17, you actually there's nothing much to see. There's just some one houses over here. All right. So in conclusion, 17 if you can get a high floor one, or 12 if you are only left with the mid to low floors. That's the 3 bedroom flexi unit type. Okay, and for the 3 bedroom dual key, you don't really have a choice. There's only one stack, so stack 20. So I will not spend too much time on this. Just get as high a floor as possible so that you can actually get an unblocked view. So okay, so now let's look at the 4 bedrooms. The 4 bedrooms are located on block 107. In this case, there's a dilemma here because it's either you take the 12 south view or the one that faces north, which is towards the AYE. So, um, uh, well, personally, I would go for number 2 first, and then if I have no choice, then stack 3. All right, so stack 2 will be my preferred stack for the 4 bedroom unit. Okay, for the 4 bedroom dual key, it's very straightforward. It has the same facing as the 3 bedroom dual key, stack 18, so it's at the corner of block 109. So it faces the Butiana south facing. So there's only one stack to choose with. If you're going for the 4 bedroom dual key, then just get the highest possible level. Okay, and then now we come to the last unit, which is the 5 bedroom. Okay, so this is where the 5 bedroom is, stack 8. Okay, so it's facing towards the landed estate on the towards this north direction. So only one stack. So basically for the dual keys and the 5 bedrooms, we do not really have much of choices. There's only one stack each. I guess the dilemma comes for those who are looking at the 2 bedroom. Okay, so that's all for this video. I hope it has been useful for you. All right. As always, I would say I understand that for every individual, there's a budget in mind that we have to work within. So obviously, we always have to keep to those parameters. But well, let's say if it's within your budget, then obviously we should always choose the good units within the development, because no two units are created the same, right? Because all things being equal, when the time comes for you to sell or to rent, the good units will always be the one that will get the premium, or perhaps be able to for you to be able to let go of it faster. But I think for in conclusion, I think for Whistler Grand this project, the 3 bedroom, 4 and 5 bedroom, especially the dual key units, are pretty straightforward because there's only like one stack or two stack of it. So there isn't too much headache when it comes to choosing. I think perhaps the question for this project will be more for those who are looking at the 1 and 2 bedrooms, especially the 2 bedrooms, because they constitute the majority of the units. Is about 40%. So you have about 5 stacks of the normal 2 bedrooms, and you have another 3 stacks of the 2 bedroom premium plus study. So in conclusion, you ask me offhand, I would personally prefer, if possible, to go for the 2 bedroom premium plus study, because I still feel that a 2 bedroom having 2 bathroom is a lot more usable, and given the fact that your next buyer would very likely be a Singaporean family who may be buying for their own use, so that will put you at an advantage, and also you find that the 2 bedroom plus study is only 3 stack versus the 5 stack of the normal 2 bedrooms, right? So yeah, so that's why I think that's the difference that when it comes to selling. Of course, you may not necessarily get a much higher rent for the 2 bedroom plus study, but you should be able to rent it out faster if someone have to choose between your unit and normal 2 bedroom. People will say no to the extra space, right? And then of course you have your 1 bedroom. I think the 1 bedroom also you have to decide whether you are going just for the atypical 1 bedroom, or do you want to pay a bit more for the extra space, the 1 bedroom plus study. If you are buying straight off for investment, my suggestion to you is just go for the 1 bedroom will do, right? Because the extra study, it cannot be used as a bedroom, so it can't house more people. That's what I'm trying to say. So 1 bedroom, you'll probably be for individual or couple, so they won't pay a significantly higher rent because of the fact that you have a study, right? And 1 bedroom, likely, you know, the buyers, you know, the fact that you're thinking of 1 bedroom maybe should be for investment. So you just go for the one that makes the most sense, that gives you the best yield. You do not necessarily have to pay the extra space because that premium that you pay may not justify it in terms of your rent collection. Okay, so yeah, that's all for now. I'll sign off here and I'll see you next week for the next review. Okay, thanks for watching.